How about Tesla? Elon Musk says, yeah, we're going to keep this company public after all. Joining us now, Teresa Goody, former SEC attorney. Teresa, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thanks. Good to see you.
So his reverse course, not going to go private, staying public. Does that keep the legal heat off his back?
Absolutely not. And actually, with all of the statements that he's been making, it basically appears as though he's making admissions that he did not have a reasonable basis for any of the statements that he's made. So the heat, I think, is actually coming on a little bit stronger with every statement he makes.
So the original problem was he'd said he'd got secured or funding secured for this attempt to go private. If that is proven to be an incorrect statement, what is the punishment for Elon Musk?
Well, there's potential civil and criminal liability for those statements. If funding wasn't secured and he really only had preliminary discussions with the Saudi fund, then he has potential liability there for both civil and criminal. And also the funding secured at $4.20 a share price was based on an arbitrary number, it appears, a 20% premium plus $1 for good karma. So that's not generally the way that you go about coming up with a tender offer price.
That is very true, Teresa, very true indeed. Now, the story that we've been following closely is whether or not Elon Musk is pushed to the side by the board of directors who want an adult to run the car company. That's the argument and the story that we've been covering. But my question to you, Teresa, is what legal liability does the board have at this point because of what Elon Musk was tweeting 10 days ago?
Well, the board is going to be under a lot of scrutiny by the SEC as to how they responded. They were rather silent through all of this. And once Elon Musk made that initial disclosure that if is shown to be untrue, and they knew that and they remained quiet, they have a duty to update. And so their failure to do that, it can also have civil liability for the company and the board. Well,
this kind of thing should be resolved fairly quickly, shouldn't it? I mean, it's fairly easy to say you had the money or you didn't have the money.
That specific issue might be easy to find the answer to quickly, but this is going to be an intense investigation over lots of things. So the SEC doesn't investigate things in a vacuum, and it's going to follow the evidence wherever it takes it. So they're also going to be looking at intent and all of the different communications on all the different social networks and emails and any kind of correspondence to know what each board member knew, what Elon Musk knew, whether there was any intent involved, whether anybody traded on that, whether there were any capital expenditures that would also require a boost in the stock price then. So there's a lot of things that are going to be looked at just with this one case. And so they're not going to come out and tell you a finding on one issue. They're going to find all the answers to all of the questions and do a comprehensive investigation. So
it's a legal cloud that goes on for a very long time. However, Musk did win a small legal victory. A judge says Tesla didn't mislead the public about those Model 3 production forecasts. But that's a small legal victory, not connected with the SEC. Am I right?
Right, that's completely separate. And whether or not the plaintiffs in that case appeal that, because the judge in that case did look at 33 extraneous documents at the motion to dismiss stage, which the Ninth Circuit earlier this month had admonished a judge for doing exactly that and finding facts at this early stage. But that's completely unrelated to any SEC investigation into the Model 3 projections and as well as into the tweets.
Teresa, I've got 20 seconds left. Does Musk leave the all-powerful CEO job and get shunted off to the side as a mere visionary? Is that what's going to happen?
I can't predict the future. I think that would be very tough to do, but I do think they would be wise to bring somebody in to help him for sure.
Got it. That's what we're looking for. Teresa, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Sure.